What's up guys, Paul here. Today I'm gonna be doing a floor, wood floor that is. I'm gonna scrub it and recoat it. I don't have the patience right now to sand it, and sanding takes a lot of work and a lot of dust. Eventually I'll do it, but I just moved into my apartment, so I said to myself, you know, the quickest way to do this would be just to scrub it, put some wax on it, let it stay for a couple months, and then when I get the time, I could just do everything, because right now I have no time to do anything, and this is the quickest way. This will take me about an hour or so just to do this. So probably less. So I'm gonna show you guys what the floor looks like right now, and I'm gonna show you after how it looks. This, all I'm gonna use, I have a little bit of stripper here. I just put a little tap of it in some hot water. And all you need is a mop stick, a scrubbing machine, about 2 mops to mop the floor over after you get done. Pick the water up that's left on the floor and stuff like that. Make sure that it's dried, and you just go over it a couple of times with some hot water. Do not damp the mop too much when you're going over it to get off whatever is left on it. Just make sure that the mop is wet enough to mop it off so that there's no residue left. So when you're gonna wax the floor, you won't see that. All right. So right now, let's just get into it. So here's the floor right here. Okay. Now there's some paint marks on the floor, as you can see. Right. But all of those would be gone after I'm done. Everything. All right. There's my bucket with my water right there. All right. So this is before. Right here for the floor. The floor doesn't look that bad. It's just some of the marks is on there, but I just want the floor to pop and look as good as this side over here. All right. And the great thing about this is that you can actually buff this floor out after you're finished with it, and it's gonna give it that extra pop. And you can do that on a weekly or twice a week basis, just to keep the floor up to par. So right now I got my bucket right here. We're going to apply the water to the floor. I'm going to let it sit a little bit on the floor. Alright? Now, I'm putting a little extra because I want the water to take up all the paint marks that's been sitting on the floor here. All right, guys. Yeah. There we go. So, guys, look. There go the floor right there with the water spread all over it. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my machine, and I'm gonna just scrub the floor to get it nice, all the paint off of it. And then we're gonna dry it up and recoat it, okay? All right. So, there you go, as you can see. This is my machine. I can't hold this and do this with one hand, so I'm just showing you basically what the machine does here, okay? Just like that, get it in the corners here. Okay, so look guys, you see? The floor does need some sanding, but that's okay. Can't do it right now. So take a look at how clean the floor came out. It's nice and dried. I went back over it to make sure that all the gunk was picked up off the floor. I got as much of the paint up as I can, and this is the results right here. I went into the corners, cleaned out the corners. You want to make sure you clean out the corners as much as you can also. You know, just get a wet cloth and a scraper, and use the cloth to wipe the area and the scraper to wipe out the gunk that comes out. Okay? So, yeah, you can see the scratches and all that stuff still, but that's how I know the floor needs to get sand. But like I said, right now I can't do it. So this is exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm waiting for the floor to just dry a little bit more, and then I'm gonna start applying the wax. All right? All right. So guys, quick tip. This is plastic right here, right? So sometimes when I use my wax bucket, I leave the wax in the bucket and I cover it up with this mop stick on there and the mop on it. And then, you know, the wax sticks to this. So every time that you go back, if you do what I do, make sure you check the mop. If you see that it has built up an old wax on it and it's hardened, take a Scotch-Brite or a steel wool or something like that and gently rub it and clean the mop stick off before you start to throw new wax in the bucket and start to apply it to the floor. Because what happens is that wax that's here on the plastic, it starts to fall into the new wax. And when you start to wax, you'll see on the floor like little pieces of lint in your wax. You don't want that. So always make sure you clean off your mop head like I did right here. Okay? Just a quick tip for you guys right here. All right? All right. Okay, guys. So we're all done with the floor. You see the big difference? Big difference. It did not take me that long. And the floor looks beautiful. I wish I had a light to turn on in here. That's the next thing I'm going to put in a light because I have no light. But just look how beautiful and different the floor looks. And to take care of this floor is just a maintenance thing. Basically, sweep the floor, mop your floor, buff the floor, okay? And that's it. So big difference, right? Very big difference, okay? So guys, you made it to the end of the video. Remember, please hit the like button, comment anything you feel like below if you have a question or you have a suggestion, because I'm here to learn also, just like I'm here to show you guys how to do something. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something. And I told you what you needed: mop bucket, floor wax, a little bit of hot water, a lot of hot water. Make sure the water is hot, and a little bit of stripper in the hot water. Not too much, just a tip, just to give it a little that little suddy look. Apply it to the floor. Get you a scrubbing pad, not a stripping pad, because this right here is hardwood floor. You want to scrub and recoat. Basically, you're getting all the dirt off of the top of the floor. After you do that, dry it up with hot water. Dry it with a dry mop. If you have a blower, use the blower to blow it so that you get all the water off of it. Dust mop it right through. Make sure there's no dust. There's nothing else left on the floor. Apply your wax on the floor, and that's what you get. All right? So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and be sure to comment below. Okay, Paul, I'm out of here. Thank you guys.